We're recording this intro with the strangely interesting, but standard of course, Pro Zoom from Sigma, the 24 to 70 f2.8, currently shooting at 30mm f2.8 on my Panasonic S5. Now we're going to see what we get in the box. More importantly, we're going to get out and shoot it, probably going to take it on some weddings here and there, throw up some random unedited sample shots. Then it's going to be over to you guys and girls in the comments below, of course, once I've had a little waffle about how I feel about it. I'm not quite into using zooms in my pro work, but I think that if I had to, this could definitely be a strong contender. But anyway, we haven't got through this video yet, so I'm going to summarize later. Yeah, let's crack on. You've got your instructions, your warranty, and a little sheet about the lineup. Something that I really love is the case that Sigma have put out so many times. I've still got Sigma cases from Lenses I don't even own anymore. So there's the strap, little logo there, strap holes. Now, because this is a bigger one, it doesn't have a belt loop, but we'll forgive it for that. But really, let's get into the main event. I do like those bags though, well padded. One lens and one lens hood. Right, so the lens, as you know, 24 to 70 mil, angle of view 84.1 degrees to 34.3 degrees, 11 diaphragm blades, 19 elements in 15 groups. We've got, as you can see, no aperture ring on the lens, so there's that. But it's a 2.8 to 22, closest focus distancing 18 to 38. We've got a nice smooth, nothing to write home about, manual focus ring. Zoom ring here is more solid, and I have used this and I know it doesn't fall out, at least this copy doesn't, from 24 to 70. It's a nice short throw. Obviously the lens extends, it's not internal focusing, that's fine. We've got a filter size of 82 mil. Let's pop this lens hood on now. Do it properly for once. There you go. So it's a nice overall package. Now if you look to the side, you'd have noticed we've got a few buttons and switches. We've got a lock here, so if we get into place we can more or less lock it down. Let's get that back to there. So that's going to give you a little bit of a lock, but you can still unlock it immediately. So yeah, it is just for 24 mil. We've got an AFL button and an AF/MF focus switch. This is weather resistant, as you would hope. We've got a nice mount there, of course the L mount present, and overall it's a nice chunky, albeit not too big thing. It does weigh 835 grams, so let's see how we get on with it. After a lot of real world use, I feel happy using this lens on my S5. It did feel a little bit bulky initially, but I soon got used to it. Now the lack of aperture ring doesn't really bother me that much, and I find that the zoom ring is just about the right weight. It's easy to adjust and it's secure when you're moving out and about. Importantly, the autofocus, yes, on my S5 is fast, silent, and generally very accurate. I use face detection a lot, and that works really well too. Images are as sharp as can be in the center. Edges, not so much if you go looking for it, but for the style of shooting that I do, there's no issues. In fairness, f8 is probably the best place for overall sharpness, but shooting wide open, for the most part, is a great experience. I'm also very happy with how the lens renders colors and handles contrast. There's plenty to play with, even with straight out of the camera JPEGs as you're seeing in this video. The lens works really well with the sensor of the S5. Here's a little stop down test to see if you can discern any noticeable differences as we go through the range. There is a little vignetting wide open and some distortion is present too, but nothing to worry about, and as usual, stopping down clears that up nicely. Flaring and ghosting is well controlled, as you'd expect from a lens at this level. And finally, bokeh is nice, nothing amazing, and definitely not a distraction. As always, it's a personal thing. Now, in summary, when it comes to the image quality, it really is tempting me, you know, away from my love of shooting primes. Yeah, interesting. The lens is £1,049 new, or can be found for around £924 second hand. And I think without trying the two nearest equivalents, it's a very tempting lens. The Leica retails for around £2,300 and the Panasonic for about £1,099. If you can live without an aperture ring, this could be a perfectly excellent option. Optical performance is spot on for my work. Build quality feels up to the task of using and abusing in a pro kit, and the case, it's a very useful inclusion that I wish we saw more frequently from other brands. Also, the AFL button and the zoom lock are welcome features, and while there's no OIS, the IBIS of the S5 works really well with this lens, so I didn't miss it at all. Over to you then. Have you tried this lens? Let us know in the comments below, and I'll see you very soon.